Welcome, everybody. I'm Corey with CVMA, and this is our first ever live martial arts class. This is a pretty exciting time for all of us here. I'll start off this by saying that I myself, nor I think anybody in this room, are professional streamers. So it's going to be a little interesting for us to start this. There is about a 10 to 15 second delay between me talking live and you hearing it. So as you're commenting in there, asking questions, expect a little bit of a delay. We're going to get a little bit of that through this. This is our first one. We're going to try to get better over time. We're starting with Facebook Live today. Over the next week or so, we're going to probably transition into YouTube Live, live YouTube streaming once we get some of our equipment in. But for now, we're doing the best we can with Facebook Live. We're going to start here. So as you're in the stream here with us, definitely interact in the comments. You can't see them, but off screen we got Ron, April, and Sam here. They're going to be helping me out, reading your comments, reading your questions. Feel free to stop me at any time, ask questions. April's going to be interacting with you in chat, so you can say hi to her as well. Other than that, we're going to walk through pretty much what would be like a normal class with some obvious modifications. So it is that, we're in that time of the year right now, or this time in this pandemic at the moment where we're trying to stay separate from people trying to not stay home, stay the spread, or stay home, stop the spread, as it's coined. So I'm not going to do anything with partners today for all of our safety, but I am going to work on a bag today. We're going to work techniques, and this is an all levels class, so we're going to have stuff for beginners, we're going to have stuff for advanced, we're going to have stuff for everybody in between. So hopefully you moved the couch, you moved everything that's breakable, because that's kind of important. We don't want to break stuff while we're working here. And if you haven't cleared a spot, what are you doing? You got to work with us, right? So hopefully you cleaned up a spot, you're ready to roll. We're going to spend today on basically techniques and running combinations with those techniques. So combinations of kicks and punches, strikes, things like that. Can't hear me. I can move the lava a little bit. How's the audio for you? Okay. Maybe turn the volume a little bit. See if that's any better. I'm going to have to keep talking as I go here. So with that being said, we're going to work a little bit of the techniques, a little bit of a combination of techniques. If you have questions, ask them in chat. But other than that, I think we're going to have a good time with this. Again, like I said, we're not professional streamers, so bear with us for this first couple times while we get everything sorted out. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll move up a little bit as long as we're in frame. So I'm getting live feedback on this. We have people watching the stream here. So as issues pop up, you let us know. We'll be watching them. We'll try to proactively kind of work through them. So obviously, this is going to be a normal class with some obvious modifications. So, okay. Awesome. Well, we're going to go ahead and get right to it here. So with that feedback, I'm going to move this bag slightly. There's no logo, but that's okay. We all know who we are. So we'll start out this class like normal. We're going to walk through warm-ups. We're going to walk through some gentle stuff to get everybody warmed up, including me because I'm a little cold right now. And then we're going to get right into the meat of the class today. So like I said, interact with us in the comments. Ask your questions. We're here to help. But otherwise, clear out the spot in the room there. Get the dogs and cats out of the room. Make sure mom or dad or a sibling has a pillow with them so that you can use them as a bag, which you may not have at home. If you have a bag at home, hopefully it's there with you. And if you don't have a bag at home and mom and dad aren't there to hold the pillow or whatever the case may be or anything like that, you can just practice in the air. So I'm going to give modifications for all of these. So let's go ahead and get started here. So we'll just, there's no flags in your house. They're back there, so feel free to bow the flags and to the screen as a whole. But I'll run through the beginning here. So anything before we start that I need to know about? We good? All right. Well then, let's go ahead and do it. So we'll come trip. So you bring those feet together and yep. You're gonna bow. we're going to get started. So just take about a minute or so, and just kind of move everything around. Give everything a nice, give yourself a nice shoulder roll here. Get those working. Moving the elbows. Maybe bring the hands across the body. I'm going to be careful because the lav mic's there, so I won't do it 100% correct. But stretching the arms across the body, up overhead. Stretching the shoulders up ahead. Working down into the body, so working your trunk twist, right? Just kind of getting the torso loose. We're going to be throwing kicks today, so everything's going to have to be working today, hands and feet. Right, so moving into the hips, setting your feet about shoulder width apart or so. Hands to the hips, nice and easy. Just rotating at the hips, trying to get that hip joint woke up a little bit here. Go the other direction. All right, then we'll work our way down. So just kind of flexing the knees here. So bring your feet together, hands to your knees, just kind of flexing your knees. Straighten them back up, nice little stretch. Flex those knees, nice little stretch. Again, flex the knees. Nice little stretch here. All right, now just a little bend in the knee, just let it hang toward the floor. Straighten those knees back out, nice and easy. Again, not going hard yet, we're not warm yet. No reason to stretch hard right now. Bend those knees, nice and easy, just kind of ragdoll it, let everything hang down a little bit. And then straighten those knees one more time, nice and easy, down toward the floor. All right, now go ahead, come back up. Let's go bring the feet out, a little past shoulder, nice and easy, down to center. Again, not stretching hard, just kind of getting these tendons woke up a little bit. Over to your left side and over to your right side on your own. Just play with this a little bit. And then once you feel comfortable there, just go back to center one more time. Go ahead and flex the knees a little bit, move your stance around just a hair. And then come back for one more rotation of that. So down to the center. And then on your own, play the left to the right. Nice and easy. And when you feel comfortable, just come back to center one more time. And bring yourself up. Go ahead and put your balance on your right side. Pick up your left foot. Go put that ball of the foot on the ground. Just nice and easy. Just rotate at the ankle. Just working that joint, getting that joint ready to move a little bit. Then go ahead and set that down. Transfer your weight. Go ahead to the other side. Same thing. All right, then just give everything a final kind of shake out here, and we're going to work from there. All right, so let's go ahead and start like normal here. We'll start with just some basic warm-up exercises. So we're going to go right into our push-ups. So we're going to go down. We're going to find the floor, right? So this is where your modifications are going to come in, right? So you're going to have the opportunity here, depending on your level, to do your push-ups on your hands or on your knees, do your push-ups on your feet. It's totally up to you. The good news is here, while we're doing push-ups, you can do any kind you want to. You can go into, diamond or triangle. You can go into just regular. You can do one-armed if you feel like it. It's whatever you want to do, but we're using it as a warm-up, right? So just taking your time, not so much, trying to jam through 20 push-ups in 10 seconds, right? We're going to go slow. We're going to keep our count slow. Remember, we got beginners and advanced, so we're going to work together on this. So I'm going to show both variations. So I'm going to start the first 10 on my knees, and I'm going to go to my feet. And then as we go into the next set of 20, I might show different variations or different push-ups here. So let's start with 20 here. So the first thing I'm going to do is do 10 on my knees. So on my knees, what I'm looking for, right, I don't want to be sort of tabletopped here. I want to put my knees back a little bit, go 45, right? I'm going to bring my feet up off the ground. Hands and shoulders are stacked, which means everything is right over top of each other. So I don't want to have any angles here like this. That's going to end up hurting me. So keeping all the joints stacked nice and easy. As I lower myself to the ground, I'm going to let my elbows go back towards my feet. And as I lower to the ground, I'm going to go slow to the ground, just touching the ground with my chest, and then pushing myself back up. All right, so we're going to work 10 of these. So I'm going to go with my count. If you do 2 in the time that I do 10, that's okay. You're getting stronger with it, right? If you do 10 in the time I do 10, good. If you're doing 20, you're moving a little too fast, right? We want to manage how quick we do these to make sure that we're getting proper form and that we're getting something out of it. We want to make sure it's not leverage that's doing the job for us. So we're going to go from here on my count. Huh? Two. Set. Net. Das. Yes. Yo. Yo. Up. Yo. All right. So now relax that. We're going to go into 10 more here. I'm going to do these on my feet. So same idea goes with this. I don't want to be tabletopped. I don't want to V up into the air, and I don't want to drop my hips past the center line. I'm going to keep myself at a good 45 angle here. Same form applies. So as I go from here, I'm going to go straight down, go to the floor, bring myself back up. Right? So we're going to go on my count here. So, set, net, das, yes, yo, up, yo. All right, relax a second. Sounds like we're having video issues. What's happening? Okay, well that might be the Wi-Fi here. So, yeah, I don't think it's too much of a problem there. Okay, so now we're going to move on our backs real quick. This could be interesting. I'm going to move my loft. I didn't think about that beforehand. We're going to move back on our backs here. We're just going to do some quick stomach warm-ups. So big key to this is going to be keeping your feet flat on the floor. And when you're coming up, you're trying not to throw yourself up. You're going to try to control the action the whole way up and the whole way down. So as I come from here, as I'm sitting straight down, I want to try not to use my arms to throw my body up in the air. Nice and easy. I'm going to control the whole motion to bring myself up, meet at the top, then same speed, I'm going to go down and meet at the floor. The challenge really is from the time you go up to the time you go back, you don't make any noise. So you're trying not to go up here and flop yourself down on the ground. All right? So let's try 20 of these. Again, it's your pace, right? If you do 10 the time I do 20, no problem. If you do 20 the time I do 20, no problem. If you're doing more than I'm doing, going a little too fast. All right? So again, it's more about form. If you want an extra challenge on this, take your arms, lock them over your chest. This way you can't use them. Otherwise, you can keep them attached to your head. Just make sure you don't throw with them. So I'm going to show you, as I lock my arms here, you'll kind of see that. So we'll go my count here again. Just kind of follow my count as best you can. So get up, down nice and slow. Sit. Sit. Nice. Yes. Go. Here. Up. Yo. Huh? Look. Set. Net. Yes. Yes. Yo. Here. Up. Yo. All right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go back for one more set of push-ups, but what I'm going to challenge you to do is instead of going full push-ups, we're going to try something that we call isometrics. So for a little bit of an extra challenge, we're going to try to hold at different points throughout the push-up. Again, just a little bit of a warm-up exercise for the body. Isometrics affect the muscles differently than just standard motion does. It gets you stronger at different points. So we like to sprinkle this in every now and then. I like doing these at home. And they work a different way. They feel a different way. So the way this is going to look is we're going to go from our starting position again. And you can do these on your knees or on your feet. It's up to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold normal full plank. We're going to go down. We're going to hold halfway. We're going to go down and hold right off the floor. We're going to come back up and hold halfway. and then we're going to come back up all the way and go through that set. We're going to run through 5 of these. Again, if you're doing 1, we're doing 5, no big deal, right? You're going to build strength as you go. So you don't have to worry about keeping up with this. You're going to set your own goal, right? If we're doing 5, maybe your goal is to get 2 reps done. Maybe your goal is to get 3. Maybe your goal is all 5, right? Advanced students, you should be looking to hit that high goal, right? That high end, you're kind of following what we're doing. But if you're just starting out, don't think you got to hit these numbers right away, right? This is going to take time. This is a time thing, all right? So that's why this journey takes so long, all right? So let's give these a shot. So just follow my pace here best you can. So we're going to bring ourselves up. We're going to go halfway down, right off the floor, halfway up, and all the way up. Halfway down, all the way down, right off the floor, halfway up, all the way up. Halfway down, right off the floor, halfway up, all the way up. Halfway down, right off the floor, halfway up, all the way up, and finally, halfway down, right off the floor, halfway up, and all the way up. All right, and relax. So, again, just little ways to warm the body up, right? There's a million ways you can do this. These are the ones that I will typically use, especially if I'm in a hurry and I need to really warm up quick. These are a couple ways you can do it to get yourself nice and loose real quick. All right, so let's go ahead and make our way back to our feet. Okay, so are we still good?
Yeah, we're still good.
Okay. All right. So now let's warm up the legs real quick. So we're going to do a couple chamber exercises. So because we're going to throw some kicks. So the first thing we're going to do, stand straight up here, feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to start on our left side. We're going to migrate our weight to our right leg. Keep my hands about belt level. Weight's on my right leg. I'm going to pick my left knee up, touch. Set it back down. Shift the weight to the left. Pick up the right, touch. Put it back down. Shift. Pick up the left. Down. Shift. Pick up the right. Down. All right? So it's going to be on your own. I'm going to go for about 20 seconds or so. We're just going to work these chamber drills. All right? So on your own, go ahead and start. Shift. Pick up. Set. Shift. Pick up. Set. I'm just going to work through this pace. Again, this isn't meant to be a speed exercise. This is just to get your body loose. Right? We're going to work with kicks and everything else. So that's going to be tiring enough for you. So again, just nice and easy. Just picking the feet up here. Noticing where your weight's going, right? If you're coming over here and you're starting to fall, you're putting too much weight there, right? But as I'm shifting, if I don't shift enough, I'm going to start falling down toward the leg I'm picking up, right? So this is an exercise in weight distribution. You're finding that perfect weight to pick the knee up and hold it in position. All right, you can stop that. Same idea, but so that's more of a chamber for a snap kick, right? I would bring it up this way. Now I'm going to go more of a side kick chamber. So a lot of different side kick chambers, right? I can side kick chamber straight up. I can come across the body, right? We're going to work side up or straight up just to get the hip open a little bit. So we're going to start on our right side this time. So I'm going to shift my weight to the left, pick up the chamber, set the chamber down. Shift the weight, pick up the other chamber, set it down. Now if you watch my plant foot, every time I pick up for the chamber, I'm pivoting, right? Got to get in that habit. All those kicks that go out to the side, we're going to pivot on almost every one of them, right? So we got to get that in our minds. So when I pick up, I pivot. When I pick up, I pivot, I set down. Remember to reset the foot. So don't come up here and then just pick this straight up because that knee is going to be open, right? So let yourself come back to center, shift, pick up pivot, set down, reset. Other side, shift the weight, pick up and pivot, sit down, reset. All right? Let's go about 20 seconds with this. So on your own time, we're going to work through this. And go ahead. So up, pivot, set, up, pivot, set, up, pivot, set, and come back. Now keep going. As you're going through that, remember, balance is super important here. So if I'm overstepping that, it's going to be hard to pivot and hard to balance, right? So make sure that as you're shifting, you're stopping right over that foot, becoming basically your center of gravity going right over that leg, right? And as we pivot that foot, it should remain there. Don't let it pull you off to the side, all right? So we'll go ahead and hold that. All right, so it should be relatively warm right now. If you're not and you need a couple extra minutes to get warmed up, take it. Don't worry about it, right? This is sort of a personalized workout with some guidance, right? So you have the opportunity here to take a couple seconds if you need to, move move whatever's not quite warm yet, and then once you're ready, you jump back in with the rest of us. All right. So let's go through some recaps here real quick. All right. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time going through each technique, and then we're going to come back and start putting them into combinations. All right. So for beginners out there today, we're going to be looking at a bunch of techniques. So what I want you to do, pick one or two. Focus on them, right? This is a good time to mention our YouTube channel, right? Our YouTube channel, we do have a YouTube channel. There's a link, should be a link on our Facebook page. Some of you also got an email from us. That's got the link in there as well. Our YouTube channel has a bunch of different instructional videos that we're starting to put out. So as you're going through your training, if you find something like, they said something like a front stance, I don't know what that was. You can go to YouTube and look at that instructional video, right? Now we're still working on the video series, right? So not every video is out there yet. We're going to keep releasing them daily or every other day, depending on when we can get there, and including the live classes, right? So we're going to put the live classes up there as well. But there's a lot of different instructional videos that you're going to have there too. So you're going to have the opportunity to go out there and look at some detail, right? And those videos are meant for everybody. So beginners, you're going to get to understand what these stances are, what these movements are. Advanced students, there's a lot of detail in those videos. So you're going to get the opportunity to hone your not only your ability to do the technique, but for you brown belts and above, your ability to explain it. All right, because I'm explaining the same thing. So again, we're just trying to, we want you to have as many options as possible, but you're going to have to find that moment in your day, right? It's a little easier now at the moment, but find that area in your day. I know how we go through YouTube videos in the morning. If you're anything like me, I typically will. So just go out to our channel, pick up a video, take a look at it, and see if you can get some of the detail on it. So as we go through techniques today, if you're unsure of a technique, go out to YouTube. If it's not out there, it will be soon. All right, so use that as an extra resource. So let's start out with some of the kicks. So we're going to talk snap kick, thrust kick, side kick, round kick to start with. All right, so we're going to start with 4 techniques. I'm going to throw extra ones in there for the advanced students, but I want to start there. So snap kick, thrust kick, right? So review for beginners because we talk about these a lot, right? Snap kick. If we're talking rear leg, we're chambering forward, coming up, kicking up. If I had the pad, energy's going straight in the air, right? So this one driving upwards. Versus the thrust kick, which is the same mechanic, except I'm coming toward you with it now. So snap kick goes up, thrust kick goes out. On the bag, if I snap kick the bag, nothing really happens, right? If I thrust kick the bag, it goes away from me. So what we're trying to do is differentiate between those kicks, right? They should look different. So what I'm going to have you do at home is 5 on each side. So you're going to stand like this. We're going to go rear leg to start. We're going to go rear leg, snap kick, set it back, set it back, set it back. 5 of those. You're going to switch. 5 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to go on to the next kick. So I'm going to give you about 20-ish seconds to do those. So we're going to start with the snap kicks first. All right, so let's go ahead and do 5 snap kicks, rear leg, switch, 5 snap kicks, rear leg on the other side, and then pause for a second. We're going to go into the thrust kicks. All right, so we're going to go snap kicks here. I'm going to start mine. And we're going to switch. I got everybody in the background doing them too, so that's pretty cool for me. It's like your own little class back here. They have a lot less room than I do, though. So that makes it challenging. If you see the camera fall down, it means Sam kicked it, and it's now on the floor. So bear with us, it'll come right back. All right? So there's your snap kicks, right? Now move into the thrust kicks. So rear leg, remember, pushing through and returning. Right? So in this one, you got to control yourself. You can't just go here and let yourself fall down. Right? We got to come through, thrust away, bring it back to position. All right? So 5 on each side of that. So go ahead. 1 here. We're going to keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5. Work on the other side. As you're throwing these kicks, advanced students shouldn't have any balance issue, right? So if you're throwing that kick and falling around a little bit, you got to take some extra time on those, right? Advanced students, you're looking at detail. You're looking at where are you hitting? What's the target look like? Are you getting pulled into it? What's your distance look like, right? Beginners, you're worrying about, is that kick going where it's supposed to? Is it going straight out in front of me? Or do I have a little bit of an angle problem? Are my toes straight up? Or am I turning my hip a little bit? Right? Because this is all knee up, toes up. All right. So snap kick, thrust kick. We're going to use those today on the bags. More so the thrust kick, but we're going to use them on the bags a little bit. Now we're going to get into the side kick. So just like the snap kick, we didn't do a front leg snap kick, but there is a front leg snap kick. There's a front leg thrust kick. Now we're going to get into our side kicks. Front leg, you got rear leg, you got spinning, you got step behind, hopping, all, multiple variations of a side kick. Right now to start, we're going to talk about the front leg, right? So 4 steps. You should be able to name them at home, you advanced students. So I want to hear you through the phone, through chat, screaming out your window loud enough so I can hear it. What are the 4 steps to throw this kick, right? I'll pause a second. Did anybody chat it yet? Oh, you're killing me, guys. All right. What are the 4 steps? They are what? Chamber, pivot, kick, and rechamber, right? Say it in your head 10 times. And then say it out loud 10 times so you never forget. Chamber, pivot, kick, rechamber. All right? So, you got to work those different pieces. Now, beginners, what I want you to focus on is that kick's got to go straight out. But the toes have to point sideways or a little bit down. So if you're coming to hit something with a side kick and you're hitting like this, where your toes are up, that's not going to work. We need those toes sideways or down, right? So that's going to be a hip challenge, right? In order to get those toes down, you have to turn this foot. Otherwise, your hip's not going to want to throw that. Now, some of you kids are real flexible. So you can somehow throw this kick correctly without turning your foot, and I don't know how. I would tear about 3 things trying to do that. So got to make sure you're pivoting that foot. So beginners and advanced students alike, give yourself a check. All right? So let's go into the side kicks. So you're going to throw 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. Now, you don't have to move anywhere. If you're in front of your TV at home, you can just throw them right from here. Or you can stand sideways, throw 5 left, 5 right. Make sure you're pivoting. Make sure you're going through all the 4 steps. And don't kick the TV. You don't want to do that. All right? So let's go 5 on one side. So I'm going to start this way. So we're going to go side kicks, front leg on your count. So 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. So let's go ahead. So we're going to throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, in chat, did I pivot or not? I can't tell. Oh, I know I did, but check it. Check it in chat. Make sure I did it. You know what I mean? Good. She should have. Thank you. Mackenzie set him out there. She better have. All right. So make sure you got him on the other side, right? Same idea. Same side kicks on both sides. Give you a second. It's hard trying to kick behind that camera, isn't it, Sam? I'm waiting. Still waiting. Well, that camera's going to fall down one of these times. All right. See, he's going sideways. He knows how to use that space. All right. So we got our front snap kick, our thrust kick, and our side kick. So now we got that last one, talk about that roundhouse kick. All right, so the roundhouse kick, not at all like the side kick, even though it kind of looks like it. So this time, we still got 4 steps. What are they? Chat? What are they? It's that 10-second delay. I know it is. Right? So I'll hear them in chat. Chamber, pivot, kick, rechamber, right? Got all 4. So there's still 4 steps in this round kick. But the difference here is, instead of chambering straight up or across the body, now my knee has to chamber to the target. So you got to open that hip up. This is a tough one, especially for beginners. This is not an easy kick to throw. Now, you're going to be tempted to come up and go like this with your foot down. That's not going to work either, right? You got to open that hip up, get it around the target, because you're going to hit the side of it, the side of the target. So if I'm hitting with side kick, bag's going straight away from me, right? Bag's going away. If I'm hitting with the roundhouse kick, it's hitting to the side, all right? So one thing you'll notice on my side kick, this is going to be a weird one. I got to remember camera angle. On the side kick, I'm hitting with the heel, right? My toes are pulled back hard this way. But on the roundhouse kick, my toes are pointed away, right? I'm hitting with the top of the foot. So you got to be careful on that. Don't try to side kick, or don't try to round kick with your toes pulled back. That's going to hurt. Unless you know how to do it the right way and hit with the ball of the foot. All right? So let's go round kicks on either side. So again, in the air, if you have mom or dad there, this is the time that they got that pillow. They should be taking some shots, right? Hopefully it's not a good pillow that you're going to try to sleep on later. It's going to be all lumpy and all messed up, right? So work your round kicks. Front leg, 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. Go ahead. All right, work both kicks there. Now, for beginner students, while you guys are doing that, we just went through 4 techniques. Take the first 2 and work on them, right? While we're going through the others here. You don't have to try to pull all 4 of these at once, okay? So, you're making me nervous. Is the video still on? Oh, okay, good. They're making me nervous. They're congregating. Hi, Dakota. You're making me nervous. All right, so we got through 4 kicks, right? Snap, thrust, side, and round kicks, all right? So we're going to work a couple hand techniques in there. Then we're going to get on the bag / pillows / whatever you're hitting at home, all right? So first thing we're going to work, the front hand jab, right? Very simple. You're going to pick a leg out either side, fighting stance, comfortable stance, right? So fighting stance for beginners, how do we look at this? Well, we're going to put our feet out about shoulder width apart. We're going to step the front leg, which we'll do our left leg out in front. We're going to step that out about shoulder width. So we're going to make sort of like an L there. We're going to turn those feet 45. We're going to turn the front foot back in as that pulls our hips forward. Sinking our knees. And now we're in our fighting stance, right? Comfortable, slightly open, right? So we're not in line quite yet. It's more for kicks. We'll be a little open here. Hands are up at our heads, not down here, not out here, not anywhere else, but here, right? One hand's always up here at the jawline, making sure that nothing gets through. Other hand floats a little bit, right? But never crossing the body here, okay? So we're up here. We're going to work our jab. Jab's always with the lead hand, the front hand, right? I'll never say left or right on that. We're going to throw it with our front hand. Front hand is the hand that's on the leg, on the side that has the leg out, right? So my left leg's out, left hand is throwing the jab, right? My right leg's out, right hand's throwing the jab. What's the back hand doing while I'm throwing the jab? Staying here. Not coming to here, right? So how do we throw it? Come straight out this way. Now, hips pushing it out this way, right? So rotating toward the front leg. Same time, notice my palm. It's going away from me here to my right. When I do my jab, it's going to be facing down toward the ground. So there's a rotation here. Okay? So I'm here, hips pushing it out, leading straight out, turns to the last second. And it comes back the same way it went in. Right? So you don't want to come here and then drop it, or come here and come high with it, unless you needed to block something. You're going to come out and return, same spot. Here. Okay? So, on your own, let's do 5 of these on each side. Now, don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Too fast. Too much going on, right? Slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then switch your feet and try the other side, all right? Just take a second, walk through that. As you're walking through that, look at where you're hitting. You hitting your own chin? You hitting lower? Whatever reason you're hitting higher, right? Make sure you know where you're hitting. General rule of thumb is you are your own target, right? So take the picture of you, put it in front of you. Don't get distracted by looking at yourself, right? Go for the same area. Basically, you're going for the same area that you're looking at, right? So if I'm looking at myself, I'm looking at my eyes, my chin, right in this area. That's where my jab's going, right? If I need to go low with it, I don't want to go down here. I want to sink and go with it, right? Because again, I need joint stacking, right? I don't want angles in the arms here. It's going to put me in a bad spot. All right, so jabs are here. All right, so you work through your jabs. We're going to go into the rear hand now. We're going to talk about the reverse punch, the cross, right? So where the jab is always with that front lead hand, the reverse punch and the cross is always with that back or rear hand. All right. The hip on this one's a little bit easier because it's a little more natural. From your fighting stance, you're going to pivot that back foot, bring that hip along with it, and there's your punch. Now, typical mistake for reverse punch. The big turn here. All right? Stop at parallel with your shoulders. All right? So don't go past and swim it here. All right? So here, here. All right? So let's work 5 on each side with that. So you can follow me for the first 5, or you can go on your own pace. So we're going to come straight out and return. Straight out, return. Notice the hips turning with it. All right, then you're going to switch to your other side and do 5 more there. All right, now, one more set of techniques we're going to put in there, and then we're going to get on the bag. So the next technique is the hook. All right, so big things to remember about the hook, always parallel, right? Unless you're coming for the ribs, it's always going to be parallel. So if I'm hitting lower on the body, I got to sink with it. Not real far away from you this way. I'm not going to do hooks out this far, right? They're going to be a close quarter technique right in here, okay? Everything's in line. What's better, this or this? Do you have an answer? A, B. A or B. I'm going to look at chat. We got chat. Nothing in chat. They're all 15 seconds behind. All 15 seconds behind. That's right. They're a little bit behind me. Well, we'll see how the poll comes out. Basically, for here to here, you'll hear about 10 different explanations all telling you that this is right or this is right. Personal opinion, close quarters hook, I like here. Longer, I like thumb up. Get behind the hinge or just make that extra contact if I need it. Out here, plus when I turn this, it tends to want this shoulder to extend out a little bit more. So I don't necessarily like doing close quarters ones like this. I like more, it makes me feel more solid here. All right, so how do we throw it? You need that little lead in with the hip, bringing the hip inside, turning, right? So turning the hip in, getting the hook outside the target, bringing it along this way. Hands are along for the ride. So we're here, we bring the hip in. As the hip turns, turn the arm out, across. All right? So let's go 5 on each side of that. So you can follow me for the first 5. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then try your 5 on the other side. And once you do that, we're going to get to work here a little bit. Oh, no, nothing on the pole? It's because they're all working. They can't get back to their phones. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I hear y'all in your mind. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, so let's take about 60 seconds. If you need a water, grab it. Should be right beside you there. I got to get gloves. All right, so go ahead and grab your water if you need it. If you're hitting stuff, grab your gloves. Grab my gloves. Oh, I almost knocked the shelf over. I'm just as clumsy on live stream as I am in regular class. Yeah, I'm going to call you out, all you guys that are there watching this in your PJs up on your couch. The couch was supposed to be moved, and you're supposed to be working with us. See, that's how it's supposed to be. Come on. I hope I didn't call out one or two people. All right, so this is that perfect time to bring that pad holder out with you. CDC says 6 feet, right? So you can kick them back 6 feet if you need to. All right, that's what we're going to be working today. So again, we're going to be working combinations here. So for beginner students, you're going to be worrying about a couple things. You're going to be worrying about getting the right technique out. You're going to worry about keeping your hands up the whole time. That's about it. All right. For advanced students, what you got to be focusing on, in addition to that, is distance management. Also, you got to be focusing on your accuracy, right? So if the pad or whatever's in front of you, you should have a smaller target area than the whole pad, right? Beginners, hit the pad. Advanced students, you should be picking individual spots on that pad, right, and working from there. So, and if you're in the air, you're imagining your target in front of you, all right? So either way, you got a way to do this. So I'm going to bring the bag more in frame here because I don't need the extra space anymore. Okay. How we look, Sam? We look good? All right. So we're going to start with a very simple, very common drill. Jab, cross, hook. 3 techniques. A little more difficult to start with for maybe for beginners. Advanced students, this should flow real well for you. All right. So you get to choose your leg. I'm going to do the right side so you can see most of the techniques. I'll try it on the other side so you can see those too. All right. We're going to go jab, cross, hook. So we're going to be here. That backhand is up in protection, right? So we're going to go out straight with the jab, right? Now notice my distance here. I don't want to be away from the bag here. I want to be hitting the bag each time, right? So jab here. As this hand starts to come back, cross fires out. As this hand starts to come back up toward the head, the front hand comes out for the hook, okay? So on each technique, you should have that structure still, right? So the jab should be straight out, cross should be straight out, the hook should be all even here. So no angles on that hook or no angles in the wrist. It's a little hard to see my wrist, big oven mitts here. But keeping your structure, right? When you're making contact with a target, you're going to get feedback from it, right? You're going to get feedback in your hands, feedback in whatever you're hitting with. So you've got to be extra careful on the wrists, extra careful in the joints, all right? So let's go jab, cross, hook. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time to do 5 on each side. So you're going to go jab, cross, hook. You're going to reset. Don't come up here and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Take your time. Jab, cross, hook. Advanced students, disengage, re-engage. Reset your distance. So jab, cross, hook, disengage. Maybe move around a little bit. That pad holder might swing at you. Mom or dad, swing at them, right? You have that option, right? What do you do if they swing at you? Play dead. Oh, that's bears. What do you do? Guard yourself, right? So, jab, cross, hook, disengage, set up, jab, cross, hook, disengage, get 5 done on that side, then switch to the other side, jab, cross, hook, disengage, and move from there, all right? Go ahead and go through that. I'm going to talk a little bit through this. So, big key, everything comes out at pretty much the same height, right? Unless you're varying it up and going to the rib on the hook, it's jab, cross, hook, all to the head. So make sure that it's all head level techniques, right? Don't cheat yourself just because you're on a bag and there's no head on the bag. So make sure that you're hitting those proper angles. Also, on your reverse punch, don't come into it. Don't slam into the bag this way. You shouldn't change your distance. It should be jab, cross. You should stay where you were, right? So you don't go into the punch itself. Only if they're punching at the same time are you going to shift out, maybe close distance on them, right? For right now, work on the pad and maintain your distance. All right. So, give you a few more seconds on that. It's hard to judge the time this a little bit. So, we're going to move right into the next technique. Again, if you're watching this in future time, right, in the land after today, feel free to pause the video here. Do 20 of them if you want, right? Live stream, you don't have that option, but you can always rewind. I think in Facebook Live you can rewind a little bit. You can rewind it. Go back and I want to do 5 more. Go back and go there. You won't get to hear my beautiful voice live, but you'll be able to hear it in, 30-second delay. All right? So let's go into the next technique. We're going to add on a kick to that. So we're going to go jab, cross, hook, just like we did. But with the hook, we're turning the body. So we're going to continue that, but we're going to turn this foot out, and we're going to use our front leg side kick, right? So jab, cross, hook, lean out, side kick. Reset yourself to the bag. Big key on this one is distance management. You can't go jab, cross, hook, and then just try to throw it from here. You're going to jam yourself, right? So you need that lean out, right? Jab, cross, hook, lean out, side kick here. Back out of it, all right? Advanced students, again, distance management is going to be key for you. Make sure you know where you're at. Advanced students, disengage, re-engage. Beginners, take it slow. Jab, cross, hook, lean back, side kick. Or, beginners, jab, side kick. Jab, lean, side kick. Okay, up to you. However you want to play it. Take a few seconds, walk through one of those drills. 5 on each side. Again here. Targets are changing a little bit. Jab, cross, hook, head level. Leaning out, going underneath the guard to the ribs, right? They blocked your jab, cross, hook. Hook puts you a little closer. Maybe they're going in for a counter jab. You're going right up underneath into the rib. All right, so again, you got to envision a little bit of this sometimes. So advanced students, you're looking at counters. What are they doing? What am I doing to react to that? That's why we're leaning out a little bit, right? We need that distance. If I lean out here, my leg's hopefully longer than their arm, right? So I'll sneak that in under the rib, get my point and go, all right? Or for combat, move on to the next technique. All right, so we got jab, cross, hook, side kick. Now, advanced students, we're going to play a little bit with that one. So we're going to do that one more time. So beginners who did just the jab side kick, try to put the jab cross side kick, right? Try to go 1, 2, lean back, and throw your side kick. Advanced students, let's throw an extra on there. So let's go jab, cross, hook, side kick, retreat, side kick on the other side. All right? So it's kind of like a spinning backside kick, except for the fact that what we're doing is we're going jab, cross, hook, side kick here. Oh no, they're going to get me. Out here. All right? Distance management, again, going to be key. If you have a pad holder, have them on that first side kick, have them walk through it. You're going to have to get back and kick. Or they step out of it, so instead of going hook and stepping here, you might go out to here and move into it with some momentum. So up to you, but work different things with your pad holder. You got them there to help. All right, so let's do 5 of those on each side. I'm going to give you a little extra time on this one. I'm going to do a couple of these myself. We're going to go from there. All right, so jab, cross, hook, right? Jab, cross, hook, side kick, set the foot, right? Have your pivot down. I'm still seeing them. I don't want to take my eyes off of them. Turn out, side kick this way. All right? Managing distance is going to be key on this one. Step too far, you're going to find yourself going here. Oh, there's no way I can hit that. Right? So make sure you're in range for these techniques. All right? Let's give you another minute or so to play with that one. Now, pad holders, you can confuse them a little bit. Move into them a little bit. Move back. Just remember, pillows give a little bit, so just be careful. All right, so let's move into a different technique here. So what haven't we played with yet? We really haven't played with the side kick or the roundhouse kick or the thrust kick yet. So we're going to go into a thrust kick drill real quick. So this one, you're going to have to use your imagination a little bit. All right, so on a bag, it's going to be thrown differently than it will in combat. So we're going to go jab cross. Okay. On a bag, what we're going to have to do is one of two things. We're either going to have to shift our weight back and then come in with that rear leg thrust, or we might have to slide back a little bit. So we might have to go jab, cross, out, and rear thrust. In combat, that's jab, cross, they back out of it, thrust kick away. This is a good distancing technique. You're going to create a little bit of separation between you and your opponent. On a bag, you can slide. You can go jab, cross, slide out, rear thrust kick. Or if you're close enough, or if you think you can get it in there, jab, cross, chamber it high. Right? It's going to be a little more difficult. I suggest moving out. You can go from there. Or if you want to just play with the thrust kick, you can stand back a little bit, jab, cross in the air, and then thrust kick here. All right? If you're in the air, you don't have to distance at all. If you're hitting a pad holder, pad holders, when they come here, back up a little bit. Have them chase you with that thrust kick. All right? So you'll play with that one a little bit. Side. Now, as you're going through these techniques again, remember, fundamentals, hands, always here. Don't let them come out here and then start throwing this way, right? You see it in class a lot. It's one thing we want to try to avoid. All right, now let's work roundhouse kick a little bit. Personally, this is one of my favorites. So we're going to play a little bit of a game with our opponent here. So a lot of times there's two ways that people are going to react to a jab, right? They're either going to swim and move away from it, they're going to dodge it, or they're going to go backwards. All right? We're hoping they go backwards here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a cross. And I know this confuses everybody sometimes. We're going to start with a cross instead of a jab. We always start everything with a jab. We're going to start with a cross. So it's going to be cross, jab, round kick. Here. All right? The other side so you can see. Cross, jab, as your body is pulling backwards, round kick. Okay? The idea is cross, right there, they're coming in, they're swimming that cross. As they're popping back up, that jab's coming in at them. So they're going here, put you in distance for round kick. All right? If they swim it, the beauty is if they swim the jab, they're coming here. Roundhouse kick them anyway. All right? The hands up, you go low on them. The hands down, you go high on them. Right? So it's cross, jab, round kick this way. Use your body's motion to your advantage. So don't go cross, jab, wait, round kick. For you advanced students, move into it, right? Cross, jab, your body's already starting to move backwards. As that jab reaches its final point, get that leg up in the air. Go for that round kick. Beginners, a couple options. You can go cross, lean back, round kick, or you can just do the round kick. Just here. That's up to you. You play a little bit. But if you want to try these combinations, they're nice to get used to. At first, they're going to be super confusing. But the beauty is, you can take this class tomorrow. Don't take it Wednesday. We're going to have a class Wednesday. But take it Tuesday. And then stop and take it Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's not a whole lot else to do right now, is there? Unfortunately for all of us, right? So you have time to play with this, to go and watch these techniques over and over and over again, and start to play with them over and over again. That's how you get good at this. It's the only way you get good at this. That reverse osmosis thing where you sleep on the book and it goes into your brain, try that in college, doesn't work. I thought it did, I just woke up with a headache. So you're going to have to just do these things over and over and over again for it to all make sense. All right? So go play with those techniques a little bit. Again, this is your time, right? So as you're going, maybe advanced students, maybe you're going cross jab, round kick, into the side kick. Maybe that's what you want to do. Or maybe you're going cross jab, round kick, cross again, right? It's up to you how you want to do it. You can always modify these. All your modifications have to do is make sense, right? Make sense how you would use them in combat. What is your opponent doing, and how are you responding, right? That's how combinations work. They got to flow. They got to make sense. Otherwise, there's really no sense in using them all that much. All right. We're going to go through one more combination, and we'll go from there. Time flies when you're having fun. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to bait them in a little bit, right? So we're going to try that. Hold on. Okay. We got a question. Oh, it's an after-class question? All right. Never mind. We'll get that question after class. Is this something we got to answer on the live stream or just respond to later? Oh, great question. Absolutely. That is on our list. We just started doing the sequences. So sequence 1 should be up tomorrow. Actually, I think it is. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. It'll release. And we'll begin recording the rest of the sequences and then start into the forms. So yes, we will absolutely do those. For now, though, while we don't have our people doing them on there yet, if you go onto YouTube and just search the form itself, which you can get the names on our website, you'll find about 8 billion people doing the same form. All right, so if you need a quick refresher, just to get the movements down, go on YouTube, look them up until we can get our videos posted. But we're working on that. We are working on that. Absolutely. All right, so let's do this one final technique, and we're going to go from there. So in this one, we're going to go in, go out. Actually, it would be we're going to go in, go out, go in. Yeah. So the idea of this one is they're picking up what we're putting down, and they're going to try to counter with it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in with a rear thrust kick here. Now be careful if you're using a bag at home. It's going to come back at you. All right? If you're using a pad holder, you can be a little more dynamic with this, which is nice. So we're going to go rear thrust kick, and we're going to set it down in front of us. Notice this. Okay? So not like we were doing before where we're going here. We're going to do the thrust kick, and we're going to set it down in front of us. Okay? The idea is we're thrust kicking at your opponent's going out, and they're coming right back in. All right? So we're going to go rear leg thrust kick, set it in front, jab, cross, hook, round kick. Okay? And we're out. There's a lot of techniques all at once, right? So beginners, here's what you're going to work. You're going to work on the first part. Rear leg comes up, we thrust kick, jab, cross. Stop there. Reset, do it again. Okay? Rear leg thrust kick, jab, cross. Advanced students, run through this, all right? Rear leg, thrust kick, set down, jab, cross, hook, run your side kick, or run your round kick, excuse me. Now, you notice there that bag's a little away from me on my hook punch, right? So on the bag, you're going to have to work that a little bit. You're going to have to wait for it to come back down to you, right? So we got rear thrust, jab, cross, hook, rear round, or front round kick, excuse me. All right? Now, you might have to play with this one a little bit. You might have to go rear thrust kick, set it down, jab, cross, hook here. Maybe you're thinking they're backing up or they're just leaning their head out. Maybe I can't reach them with that round kick. Maybe their hands are up, so maybe I go side kick here, right? Or maybe I can get more complicated. You jab, cross, hook, bring that foot through, and hook kick on the side. It's up to you, right? You play a little bit. But the technique I'm going with is rear thrust kick, jab, cross, hook, front round kick. All right? Play that for a minute or so. The entire time, you're going to be working on accuracy of your techniques, right? Working on your balance. So at no time are you going fall into it here, jab, cross, oh, look at me go here. Not stumbling around, right? You're trying to stay in the same spot. But you're going to make mistakes. You noticed my hook didn't hit the bag, right? We're all going to make mistakes as we go. That's part of learning. So, and hopefully everybody's been practicing every day, but you might be a little rusty right now. So, pandemic did it to us all. All right. So, finish up with that technique. You can take if you're wearing gloves, take them off. I'm going to just throw them to the side. Get them in a minute. You can bow to your pad holder. Don't shake their hand, because that's icky right now. Give them the 5. Not to their hand, because it's also icky. Say thank you. So there it was, our first ever live class. Very interesting, very different. I appreciate guys out here coming in to monitor the stream with me, talk to you in chat, measure out how far away we should be from each other with this. Yep. So appreciate all the crew that came in here to help me in the CVMA bunker. Also appreciate you guys joining us. Whether you're beginning or you're a seasoned veteran, keep working on this stuff. Keep coming in. We are going to have another class Wednesday, right? So come in, same time, same place right now, Facebook Live. If we do change it to YouTube Live, we will post that beforehand. There will be a link up. You'll know how to get there. Bear with us through this transition, right? This is a little, like I said, we're new to this, so we're gonna learn as we go. But appreciate you guys coming and joining us. Appreciate you guys bearing with us. Appreciate all the chats going back and forth there. I can't wait to go back and read them and laugh at all the things they're saying. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate everybody's time. If there were glitches with the video or the audio, I do apologize for that. Like I said, we're gonna get better at this each time. So bear with us. If you have questions, comments, concerns, issues, bring them to the Facebook page. Give us a call. Shoot us an email, text message, whatever it takes. We're here to help. And on your downtime, in between classes, this class is going up on YouTube, hopefully tomorrow. All of our other instructional videos are also on YouTube. So get over to our YouTube channel, check it out, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you know when we're posting up there. You'll get notified when we go live. You get notified when a new video goes up. There's yoga stuff out there too, aerial yoga, mat yoga. They're all out there on our YouTube channel. We're going to keep posting on the YouTube channel at regular intervals. So go and check it out. But other than that, I hope everybody stays safe out there. Hope everybody, if you're getting a little stir crazy, take some time to go outside. There is an actual outside right now. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it's there. It's been raining. It doesn't seem like it, but it's there. So take a little time for yourself. Use this time to kind of, rejuvenate yourself to a certain degree, and use this time to get back to work and refresh yourself on the martial arts side. So, other than that, that's the class. Hope to see you again on Wednesday. If you have any questions, like I said, come join us again. So I'm Corey with CVMA. See you all again next time.